Hello, and welcome to Experts Unplugged, speaker spotlights from the Medical Fitness Association Conference, where I, as a fellow speaker at the conference, I'm going to highlight some of our amazing speakers from the upcoming Medical Fitness Association's 33rd annual conference, which is coming up November 1st to 4th at the Baltimore Convention Center in Maryland. So I'm Joanne Newborn. I am the CEO of Newborn Evolution, where we transform organizational vision into real results through leadership training, coaching, and consulting. And we work with all levels of your business. So today I am talking with Cosmo Wollan about his talk, Exercise is Medicine, the Secret Sauce, how to design and implement exercise is medicine programming for optimum adoption and revenue potential. So a little bit about Cosmo. He's got more than 25 years in the health and fitness and medical fitness fields. He's a senior executive at the Synergy Cubed fitness industry consulting firm and a co-founder of Fitness is Medicine, whose mission is to bring medically directed fitness services and population health benefits to commercial health clubs and municipal fitness centers. He is the chair of the Medical Fitness Association Education Advisory Panel and a member of MedFit Network Education Advisory Board. He is a frequent national conference speaker and webinar presenter and a recognized subject material expert in profit center development, revenue stream optimization, medical fitness integration, retention strategies, sales training, and health club management. And this is very exciting. He was recently recognized as a fellow in the Medical Fitness Association. So congratulations, and thank you for sharing your time with me today, Cosmo.
Thank you, Joanne. Thank you for the lovely intro. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, so I have a question. In broad strokes, what is exercise as medicine and why is it important?
Well, exercise as medicine was created by Dr. Bob Salas about 19, 20 years ago, working with Kaiser Permanente and ACSM. And it basically is the concept that a great many diseases, conditions, everything from obesity to some cancers, can be managed, minimized, leveraged, even eliminated through proper exercise and nutrition. That's the fundamental groundwork. It's not new. I mean, people have known about it for a long time, and Dr. Salas sort of put it into this program idea that exercise as medicine. Instead of giving people pills, exercise is medicine that can address a lot of these conditions. So that's the foundation for exercise as medicine.
That's great. I love that.
Problem is, I don't know if you're going to get to this, at one of the conferences last year, Dr. Salas gave a presentation where basically he said, it seems like the whole commercial fitness industry knows what exercise as medicine is, but nobody really seems to know how to implement it at the ground level. Sounds like a good idea, but nobody's really doing it.
Yeah.
So what I'd like to do is, because my company has, both of my companies, Synergy Cube and you mentioned Fitness is Medicine, what we do is we show facilities how to do it, how to develop the programming that will actually have those type of potential long-term results.
Yeah, amazing. And if people could make that connection, that would be a game changer, and a game changer from a revenue perspective too.
Well, it actually can be more than just a game. It can be an industry changer if people really do it, because if we can get enough clubs involved with with what I call medically directed programming, programming that's not just personal trainers working on somebody losing weight or gaining strength, but really addressing the health issues that are occurrent when you have hypertension or diabetes or obesity. Those are the easy three to address. If we get enough clubs involved, and whatever programming I recommend they put in, metrics and data collection is always a big part of that. We collect all the data. 6 months or a year down the road, we will have enough data to take to the insurance companies to show them that proactive medicine will save them money in the long run. And most insurance companies, the decisions are actually made by actuaries. It's a numbers game. If we can show them that spending X amount on preventative medicine and this type of programming now will save you this much more later, then we have the potential of getting these types of programs reimbursed. And then the floodgates open because now everybody can do it.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of potential to change things, but it has to start with the clubs doing programming that actually has that potential effect with medical supervision one way or another. Not just a personal trainer who's been certified. And there are a lot of great trainers out there, don't get me wrong. But if you think about the evolution of the health club, from all the way from Venice Beach and Muscle Beach and all the permutations we have now, from boutique studios to multi-purpose clubs to big box to small box to everything, to the medical fitness facilities. Medical fitness facilities are unique in that they have the doctors, the practitioners, they're all on site. So they have all of that with the equipment and the knowledge and everything else. But outside of them, the missing piece of the fitness wellness jigsaw puzzle and all of the other venues is the medical component.
Yeah.
And they're never going to be medical fitness facilities. They're not going to bring doctors on staff and buy the extra expensive equipment, but we can bring the medical knowledge to those clubs and let the trainers who know what they're doing implement the knowledge. And that's medically directed fitness, but you have to go about it the right way. And that's what my presentation is about. It's not just the concept of what to do, but let's walk you through how to do it so that you actually get the right type of implementation, the right type of people, and the right type of results, and you're not just making it up. I mean, I saw a club a while back that said, oh, we do medical fitness. And what they really did was they had a chiropractor come in once a week and use one of their offices. That's not medical fitness.
Right.
Right. So there's a lot of misconception about what medically directed fitness is. So I'd like to clear the air, fill people on what it isn't, what it is, and how you can actually start to take Dr. Solis's program and get benefits from it. And yes, they are profit centers in your facility. And the thing is, here's my favorite part of it. 80% of our country right now are not involved with a health club at all in any way, shape, or form. What percentage of that group do you think would either like to manage or avoid getting hypertension, diabetes, or obesity?
Yeah, I mean, I would think everyone, right?
Yeah, probably 80% of that 80% would like to manage one of these. That's your target audience.
Yeah.
It's programs together that will get that previously untapped, disinterested marketplace into your clubs as a paying member with a pay-to-play program. And if we get reimbursement, then it's just easier and everybody makes money. But it's still, somebody wants to manage their obesity, manage their diabetes. I'm sure they'd rather go to your club and do a diabetic workout program than wait until they have to go in for, hospital work.
Yeah.
Take your pick.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's funny that you were saying, like some of the medical facilities, called it one thing, but there was no, kind of regulation or anything around it. I almost feel the same way when it comes to coaching, right? Most organizations have just taken the word manage people to coach your people, but nobody's teaching anyone how to actually like coach their teams. They just like plug that word in. So that's a little bit of a trigger for me.
Well,
but
no, you're right. The parallels are there. I mean, if you think about it, what are doctors taught in medical school? And this is not a dig against doctors. I like my doctors. But what are doctors taught in medical school? They're not taught exercise prescription. They're not taught exercise physiology. They're taught anatomy and physiology, but not the exercise side of it. Because how often have we heard a doctor say, you need to lose weight, go to the gym, or you need to lose weight, go on a diet? And that's where the advice stops.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, if your doctor says you need to lose weight, or say you're a diabetic, you need to lose weight, it'll help manage your sugar. Okay, but they don't tell you how. Well, if you can get into a fitness program that the doctor approves of, well, that can help your diabetes. It can help your overall, what we call population health. And if it works, then not only do you feel better and the gym makes money, but now that reflects positively on the doctor, who is now more likely to send more patients to that program. So if you do it right, you develop a nice referral stream. But again, as you said with the coaching, it's easy to think about how to do it, but let me walk you through the steps that really make sure that you can get it done right, because the devil's in the details, as with the coaching. And a lot of people thought of, yeah, let's try to do that. We can do a weight loss program. But when you really get the medical component properly, you have to go about doing it right. You've got to cultivate relationships. And, my session is going to walk you through the right way to do it. So you can avoid the wrong ways that really are not going to be sustainable.
Great. Do you think it's difficult to implement?
If you know what you're doing, you're willing to take a little time. That's not difficult at all. It takes time to cultivate the relationship. You have to be willing to put effort into the relationship building. But most of what I'm talking about can be done in most cases with your existing training staff and your existing equipment. You don't have to buy any fancy equipment. You don't have to buy a lot of extra stuff. You probably don't have to do much more for your trainers. Now, if you want to take it to a higher level, you want to do other more advanced things, you may want to have a trainer who is, certified in seniors fitness if you're going to be working with the senior population. You want to have a trainer. You need to have a trainer who's certified in orthopedic rehab if you're going to be working with those patients. But the general hypertension, diabetes, obesity programs, which are the three easiest ones to do, most facilities can do those with their existing equipment and existing trainers. You just have to know how to cultivate the relationships to build your referral stream so that you can actually get the information to do them right.
Amazing.
But it's not hard. It takes a little knowledge, a little time.
So you're going to be talking about that in your talk with
the whole point of this is to the secret sauce, walk people through how to what it is, how to get it started, how to move it forward, and the couple of the things you don't want to do that can trip you up.
Amazing. This is fascinating. I feel like I could talk to everyone for so much longer. I'm curious, is there anything else that you want to add before we wrap up our golden nugget of time together?
Well, I hope people come to my lecture. I think there's a lot of potential in almost any facility to add revenue streams with this type of programming. I have felt for several years now, and several other people I've spoken to in the industry agree with this, that any commercial fitness facility, from the big box, the small box, all of the options, that doesn't begin to incorporate some aspect of medically directed fitness into their business model in the next 5 years is going to be left behind. Because to me, that is the future of fitness. It's the one missing piece. And as with COVID, everybody's now looking at fitness a different way. And the key point you asked for one thing is right now, people look at gyms to address their fitness goals. Hypertension, diabetes, obesity, those are not fitness goals. We need to change the conversation completely so that people look to the commercial fitness industry to address their wellness goals. And that's where the medically directed component comes in. And that's where we can capture a good part of that 80% that aren't in the gym now. Because think about it, you get some obese people in the gym, but the really clinically obese don't go to the gym because they're embarrassed and the equipment doesn't fit and they don't want to do it. But if you have a program designed for them and you get 4 or 5 together, camaraderie, safety, and numbers, now you can accommodate that group. You've got 4 or 5 new people who can achieve results, drive revenue. And when they get the results after 6 months, you don't think they're going to tell all their friends? So you have built-in referrals, built-in population health. We have to change the conversation. And develop a more proactive, approach to health and wellness, not reactive.
Absolutely. And that what you were saying too, about, establishing, people that are in the same space, it also allows for accountability partners. And that's something, that I talk about in organizations a lot, like people to help keep you accountable, a safe space to be able to have. So that's another great piece along with that as well. So I want to thank you so much. Everyone, Cosmo is going to be speaking on Friday, November 4th at 4 p.m. So make sure you catch him because this is a great talk. And I'm going to be speaking on Friday, November 3rd at 8:30 a.m. I'm going to be talking about creating rock stars, evolving into a high performance team. So bring your breakfast. Let's have coffee together. And I'm really going to be talking about how you can create a team that allows you to do what you do best and let your team do the rest. So you can really focus on doing the most important things for your fitness facility. So thank you so much, Cosmo. I really look forward to seeing you in November.